Hello and welcome everyone. For a long time I have been bringing ICSE topics, but this time during the holidays I was more towards the CBSE ones because I did not post anything for the CBSE students for a long time. ICSE students, you have almost all the topics that is there for your 2023 exam in my channel, but yes, few of the grammar topics and the language topics were missing. So today we will be discussing how to write an email. It is going to be very easy, and I can guarantee that you can score 5 out of 5 after this video. Marks, division and everything will be discussed over here. You can see it, you can write them down in your notebook so that it becomes easier for you. That's all. Let's start the video. So we are going to do email writing, which is the format of the ICSE students. We are going to discuss email writing, and soon we are also going to discuss the notice. So let's first begin with the email. The format we are going to learn from here, it is very important. 5 marks you will have, and it is completely scoring. You can get even 5 out of 5. Let's begin with the first slide. First question is, what is this email? What do you know about email? Email stands for electronic mail. That means this is not a letter, handwritten letter that you will post and somebody will take it. It's an electronic mail. It is a method to send messages from one computer to another computer through internet. It is very fast, so we use it. Generally nowadays we don't use the letter format because it takes a lot of time. You post it, you go out again, you post it again, he will collect, it is a big process. So we use email, which is very fast. Using internet, it will go to the person. Coming to the next slide, how do we write an email? First thing that we are going to do is format, very important. See, to means the person whom you are sending the mail. That means you have to write the email ID. How do we write an email ID? We write, for example, I have given you my email ID, reshmimukherjee24@gmail.com. So it means we have made our own email, and that particular email is my account where you can drop your messages. So you have to give that person who is getting his email. Subject means in very short you have to write what you are writing about. Even if you open your, if you take your mobile and if you open that email or Gmail account over there, you will see in particular there is written TO2, where you have to write the email ID of the person who is receiving it. Second, subject. In short, you have to point out why you are writing this. Very short, in very short. Salutation means just like we write letters, no, dear sir, dear ma'am, like that. Opening and closing sentence, of course you have to start it properly and end it properly with a good sentence, with something which is full of etiquette. So that includes marks. Then thanking you, yours faithfully, name and designation. That is what you are going to end your letter with. Thanking you, yours faithfully, your name and who you are. Your designation, whether you are school captain or whoever you are. This is how you write the email with the format. So now points that we have to note while writing the email. First, it has to be formal. All the big letters are very important. Formal. It has to be very simple and clear. Simple. Don't have to use big, so bombastic words that half of the things doesn't get into the head of the examiner. Not like that. It has to have no SMS vocab. That means you instead of YOU. Not accepted. No short forms are accepted, and it has to have the standard norms of etiquette, meaning there has to be some respect, because this is a formal note that maybe you are asked to write an email and invite the principal of the other school. How can you be informal over here, right? A notice, what is the difference between notice and email? Notice means when you are just pasting one sheet of paper for the knowledge of everyone, so that everyone can read it, whatever you have given as a note. But email means when you are sending it to some important person, inviting him as a chief guest, or send your school's children as competitors to our school, just like that. It has to be very formal when you are writing to somebody who deserves a lot of respect. Okay. Next, we'll move to the next part, marks division of an email. What is it? See, every portion that I gave you as a format has marks. The two part where you're writing the email ID has half a mark. The subject has another half a mark. Salutation, that means dear ma'am, dear sir, this is half a mark. Opening and closing sentence, I'll tell you how you will write your opening and closing sentence. That are also half and half a mark. Body, that means here all your expression will fetch you marks. That means how you are expressing what you want. You want the students of that school to participate in your school competition. How you are expressing that. Send your students to my school. Then you lose marks, because you have to have some etiquette. You have to show some respect. Request him to send. Okay. Thanking you, yours faithfully, name and designation. Complete this full thing has half a mark, because just thanking you and yours faithfully and your name and designation, meaning who you are, you have to write. So that has half a mark. So half 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 marks. Total complete 5 marks you have over here. You can get it all. Okay. Now sample email. Sample email. Write an email to the general manager of the supermarket seeking permission to display the notice and requesting a sponsorship for the event. So you want some sponsorship, you are writing an email to the general manager of the supermarket. Okay, permission that I want to display the notice, I request a sponsorship for an event that I am holding, so please give me the permission. You are asking the general manager, because who will give you the permission in the supermarket? Of course the manager. How to write it? This is the thing that is given to you by your board itself. Okay, so we will see it as a format. So first you have written the email ID to the left hand side. Then you have written the subject, Teachers Day celebration, that is your subject. Then salutation, dear sir, which has another half a mark. If you write these 3 things, already you have scored 1.5 a mark. Now the introductory line. Teachers Day is around the corner, and we, the residents of the South City complex, would like to express our gratitude to our teachers by hosting a brief cultural program on the 5th September between 5 to 7. This is your introductory line, which has another half a mark. Full thing, when you want to hold it, which is the cultural program, why you want to hold it, you have written. Now you go into detail, not a lot of detail, just 2-3 lines. About 25 teachers we have in our complex, and we would be grateful if you allow us to use the foyer in the supermarket for celebration, because you also have to tell how many people are going to come. According to that, the space has to be arranged. So you inform them. We also request you to please sponsor a cup of tea and light refreshments for the teachers and the few guests, about 40. So some refreshments also need to be given, because the teachers are coming. So I just request you to sponsor that also, to give that also. We look forward to a favorable response. You must end it with this line that has the half a mark. This is what your concluding line. Thanking you, yours faithfully, Ashish Roy. Who you are, the designation. You are Secretary of the Youth Club, South City Society. That completely has another half a mark. So you have a complete division of the marks, and you know how to write it. Very scoring. Next class I will also bring the notice from the same thing only. What would be the notice? If this is the email that you are writing to the general manager, what should be the notice to welcome everyone? That also we will see in the next class. So I hope this much is clear to you and no doubts you have. And that's all for today. And if you have liked it, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell button so that you get all the notifications on time. Let's move to the next video in the next class. Till then, bye bye.